Hey, buddy. How you doing? Oh, yeah, I've heard it's pretty challenging. Wait. I see. Do you have like a death counter or something going? Nice. Hmm. Nice. There's no way. Yeah, there's no shielding or anything. Hmm. Also, it looks very pretty. Hmm. I'm gonna spam that hydrate.
So will I.
Hey, EBR. Hey, Zarya.
Hello. I said hello. Yeah.
I don't think the stream could hear you at all. I could only hear myself talking. Yeah, gotcha.
They're gonna hear a one-sided conversation then on stream.
No. Brian's like, no empty stream. My husband has trials this week, so it's been a little stressful here. He normally has one a month, so having two in a week is insane. Yeah.
Baby. Yeah.
Oh, we forgot to do an audio check for you.
Oh wait, you shaved. Who is this? Where is my DM?
He looks beautiful.
He does. But it is different, and I just noticed it.
Desktop microphone. Okay, the microphone's working again. I don't know why it stopped working. Oh, I know why. It's because my computer restarted for no apparent reason, and the Focusrite controller wasn't up. Okay. Sometimes
Oh wow,
I don't.
that microphone is so much better.
Yes, it is. Sometimes I don't take very good care of my beard, and so like my face gets really dry and my skin gets very sad, and so as punishment for that, or in order to fix it, I have to like shave off the entire beard and give my face some time to breathe and get better again, so that I can go back to not shaving. And so we're in the middle of that cycle.
Understandable.
Yeah. How does that make you feel? Well, in other news, someone on Monday during the Community League stream sent me a couple of Dungeons and Dragons tests. So I took a test to see what class and race I should be. I don't think it's very surprising that my highest affinity for class was Bard.
That makes sense.
Yeah, to me that makes a lot of. It's like 100% affinity too, because when she sent me the results of her tests, and her highest affinity for anything was like 70%, I think.
Wait, I want to do this test. Could you link that?
Yeah, 70% elf, 65. Oh yeah, 70% elf, 70% ranger. But on my test, both my race and my class came back as 100%. So, yeah, I can probably post these links in the chat. Da da da. Da 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 da. And then it says I'm 100% a human. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I guess it makes sense. I am a human. But like, does this just mean like I roleplay as myself? Because I feel like as a streamer, I very much am just a human bard.
I mean, nothing wrong with role playing yourself, I think.
I guess.
Or more like putting yourself in that world.
Makes it more authentic. I don't know how I feel about the fact that I'm 90% half orc. That's like my secondary. So does that mean like I'm almost like a quarter orc? Right? Maybe one of my grandparents was orc. And so I have just a little bit of that aggressive barbarism in me.
Yeah, could be.
Your race is human. 100%. I like how there's a take the test again. Like, I am not a human. I refuse to accept this. I will keep trying until I get what I want. Did I post both of them? Yeah, I posted both of them. Oh, that's
Are
weird.
they supposed to be different?
They are different.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
Yeah. The links look exactly the same. Oh, no. One of them says Dragon's Class, Dragon's Race. Okay.
There's
It's
60 questions.
Yeah, they're big, much bigger tests than I expected. So, and this is why. So what they did was they didn't do a lot of tests like this. There's a couple of different ways you could administer polls like this, right? One of them is you have a variety of weighted questions, and you say, okay, like if somebody answers strongly to this question, it has a high affinity for this and this, or low affinity for this and this. That's like the complicated, more accurate way of administering polls like this. And obviously they weren't going for academic integrity when they structured this. This is like a BuzzFeed quiz, right? And so what they did was they took the lazy way, and they were like, okay, we have 8 races. That's like 10, 8. I can math. Hold on. You said 60 questions? Are you taking the class test right now?
Yeah,
It
the
doesn't
class
matter.
test
It's
is
10 and
60.
10. So there's 10 different classes. So there's just 6 questions per class. And essentially they're going to ask in random order a question that they have associated with a class. And if you agree with it, if you strongly agree with it, you'll get max points for that class. And if you strongly disagree, you'll get 0 points for that class. That's the way I imagine the backbone of this particular test works. It's rather lazy, but it is straightforward in terms of getting people numbers. So yeah, so let's keep critiquing the test. I'm sure that's good content. Right, so the way you'd really want to design this test, if you were designing like an authentic survey or poll for sussing out somebody's either compatibility or something like that, is you'd want to design your questions on a spectrum where they have to essentially choose, right? So you ask a question that like aligns with the dichotomy between 2 different races or the dichotomy between 2 different classes. For example, like if you were to say something like, do you feel like your magic would come from intense study, or do your powers just come to you naturally? Right, that's a question that would be on the wizard to either warlock or sorcerer spec. Well, actually, it'd be wizard versus sorcerer, because warlocks don't technically get natural spell casting. They have to make a pact with a greater deity, or well, a greater entity, we'll say. But yeah, so like you and then if you wanted to test compatibility in more subtle ways where you're not leading the survey, which is ideally how you would design the test, you would actually ask a question like, for your strongest skills, do you happen upon them naturally, or do you have to work really hard and study really hard in order to achieve what you want to achieve? Right, because that very much like removes like the leading elements of the question and puts it in a place where like you hopefully prompt the surveyee into a moment of genuine self-reflection, where then they put the answer that but then it still has that same spectrum of, okay, well, if you have to work really hard, then you're probably more of a wizard, whereas if everything comes to you supernaturally, then you're more of a sorcerer. But that takes a lot more effort and iteration, so not very good for quick and fast, click our links, our quizzes, catchy type of websites. Yeah, so has anyone else ever designed a poll or survey before?
I think I try to actively avoid that.
You actively avoid creating polls and surveys?
Yes.
Interesting. Are you afraid of them?
Creating tables is kind of scary in its own way.
You're afraid of creating tables?
Yes. Or using Excel or any of that.
Really?
You don't like.
Terrible
That's like
memory.
the opposite of me. I create Excel tables for literally no reason at all. Just
Oh my God.
like I have an Excel table to like compare all of the baby names we're thinking about. You know, like
And for some
I have a
reason, this
table
is
for
not
everything.
surprising at all.
I think that's amazing. There's a
I
game
mean,
called...
I see the use in them, but I like people making them. I don't like being the one that makes them.
There's so much joy in creation, though. Like crafting the perfect spreadsheet. And it's funny too, because I got really deep. I ended up going like Excel was a gateway drug for me, and is is kind of what got me into my current career. I leapfrogged past spreadsheets and went straight into like full on databases for a while, and then
I was like, same though. Like, I'm a data scientist because I like Excel spreadsheets.
yeah, that's the way it works. They're wonderful. Me and my friend Corey geek out over spreadsheets all the time. I played a game called Potionomics, which is a really fun. It's like a deck builder like shop simulator where like you create potions and then you have to like pay heroes to go gather you ingredients for your potions. And then the gameplay itself is like you haggle with your customers, right? So you build a deck, a haggling deck, to finagle your customers into paying more money without pissing them off so much that they leave the store. And it's really fun. It's really cute. It's got good stories, good characters. But it is 100% a spreadsheet game. Like, I enjoyed making my spreadsheet for that game almost more than I enjoyed the game because I cataloged like all of the different ingredients and like so like there's 5 different like ingredient subtypes A, B, C, D, and E, and then there's like 5 different categories of ingredients, which were like earth, air, very basic elemental stuff. And then like in order to create potions, you had to like balance the different sub ingredients and the different ingredient types. And then you also some ingredients would have buffs associated with them to like make the potion more powerful, and some of them would have debuffs that gave them like either a bad smell or a bad taste, and so you had to kind of balance out the potion, right? And so I had like this huge spreadsheet that I probably still have it, because it's on my Google Drive, of all the different ingredients and the different buffs that they applied. And so like when I was like creating potions, I had a little macro that I'd be like, all right, optimize this potion for me, and I could like live track how much of each ingredient I had, so I could tell how many of what kinds of potions I could make. It was glorious.
That sounds fun.
That sounds fun.
It's a great game. If you haven't played Potionomics, they added full voice acting since I played it. So like everything is now like got audio in it as well, whereas it was mostly kind of a visual novel at the time that I played it. Yeah, so it's a super fun game. They also unlocked it so when I played, you could only romance one character. And there's like a cast of like 20 characters, and then they like unlocked it, and so you can now romance all the characters at the same time, just so you get to see all of the stories. But it's fun. It's a really fun game. Yeah. Let's see. I thought Inno would be here and then dip for a little bit and then come back. Was that not the impression that everyone else got from his post?
That's what I thought.
All right. Well, we'll, I guess, continue our story. We need to do a contest. So y'all are stuck in the middle of a mansion. Oh, no, it's not even your characters. Okay, we have Ao here for Ao. Zarya's still going to have to play Biscuit. And I guess, Yipyar, you're going to have to switch roles and play Fix-It for a little bit.
Oh, I can't be AO anymore?
No, because Ao's going to be Ao.
I mean, I could be Yipyar.
No,
Yipyar's
Yipyar's not in the scene.
Oh.
Yipyar's by the side of the road peddling his wares.
Yep.
Okay, so put me in, coach. What's happening? What's going on? Where am I?
You just stabbed a man.
Excellent.
We could make this a little dark. We could say that you're just coming to consciousness, right? And in front of you is a man that you have very clearly just stabbed, but you have no recollection of this happening. This is
he
inspired
still
by
moving?
the fact. No, he's dead. Like, dead.
Okay, I take my dagger out.
The dagger's already in your hand, covered in blood.
Anyone
A
else
lot of
here?
blood.
To your left, you see Fix-It, who I think is panicking a little bit because things have gotten a little bit out of control. And you see Zarya I'm sorry, not Zarya. You see Biscuit standing beside the bed of an old, mostly naked man. He seems to be wearing just a collar around his neck, which you note is interesting. It's very like pretty. It's like red leather with gold trim, and it has like an hourglass on it. He's wearing that collar and some really old, ratty gray underpants. And he's like standing up and exclaiming, and he's grasping the collar, trying to rip it free. And that's what you see.
Is Biscuit like? Does she look to be in danger?
No, nobody has any weapons or anything.
I
It's
think
just
I was like trying to hide, and she's like in the corner by a bookshelf. Like everyone knows exactly where she was because I failed on my hide check.
I believe that is true. That sounds correct.
That's great. I think I'm just gonna try to console Fix It a little bit. Like, hey, buddy, it's okay. We've killed a lot of people before. What's wrong?
You know, I messed up. The collar was on me. We just put it on him because he put it on me, and I don't know where the remote is, but I kind of sold myself into it being a pet because I was getting free room and board.
Oh, Biscuit's not gonna like that.
Yep.
Well, I think we can tell that she already didn't as she snapped the collar onto the old man.
Indeed.
Are we trying to kill this old man?
I was just gonna put it on to him, you know, so he could feel it, how it feels. But now we gotta go. This escalated very quickly.
Okay, is there a door close to us anywhere?
You're on the 3rd floor.
Oh boy.
But you are near some windows.
I want to look out the window.
Okay.
Anything we can jump onto?
There's some bushes pretty close to the house. One of them is in the shape of a rabbit.
In the shape of a rabbit?
Yeah, like a rabbit, like in movement. It's what it looks like. It's very realistic. You can't make out great details because
I don't know why this
you're
rabbit
both above it and it's dark outside. But
yeah,
I'm describing the bush anyways.
I'm hyper fixating on this bush
Biscuit's
now.
here.
So
She can be herself now.
Yay! Hi, Biscuit.
Biscuit.
Hi.
Welcome.
You sound so sad.
Oh, I'm so emotional right now. Just the
Are you okay?
just the new week of school.
That's always stressful. I can't tell you how many times I changed my schedule the first week of school because I didn't think I could handle it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that resonates with me.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Y'all were a lot better than me because I typically waited till the last week of school to change my schedule because I couldn't handle it, and that didn't always go super well.
Yeah, it doesn't sound.
Normally
good.
don't like that.
Yeah, the teachers typically didn't like it either.
Very happy you're here, though, Biscuit.
Thank
Welcome.
you.
Yeah.
I don't really have an option to change schedules, though. It is what it is for my program.
It is what it is.
It is what
That
it is.
means
Hey, we're
Go
gonna
down,
take as
that's
much
rude.
biscuit as we can get.
I was
Okay.
gonna say that means that they think you can do it. Whether or not you think you can do it, they think.
Yes, that's how I'll pretend it is.
Well, at the very least, we think you can do it.
Aw,
And
thank you.
I know you can do it.
We're very educated on this subject. Things that
support you.
biscuit
I'll
can
pray
and
for
cannot
you.
do.
Did you say what's the course?
Well, I said I don't know what it is, but we'll support you and I'll pray for you.
You'll pay for me? Was that what you said?
Pray. The other word. There's an R in there.
There's an R in payer.
Yeah, I just switch a few things around. Okay, but we're good.
All right, so Biscuit has just snapped the collar onto the old, mostly naked man.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. This is a thing that happened. So, Fix It accidentally sold himself into pethood because the only parts of the contract he paid attention to were the free room and board. And you got suspicious and didn't trust him, so you and Ao followed him and snuck into the manor that because he got knocked unconscious and thrown into a sack. And so you're like, uh-oh, we got to figure out what's happening here. So you snuck into the manor. By the time you snuck into the manor, he had freed himself from his cage, but not from the collar. So you took the collar off of him, and then you used your shadow dive ability to dive into the bedroom of the owner of the manor, the nobleman. And you took the collar and you snapped it onto his neck, and then you tried to hide, but you tripped and knocked over a bunch of books instead.
That sounds right.
Meanwhile, Ao has stabbed and murdered the head butler. Just like the head butler opened the door to see to his master's needs, and Ao was like, and yeah.
No needs.
No,
No
did he
needs.
have a second, like with a flash, like, wait a second, butter's coming into your head? No? Just.
Apparently not. Maybe afterwards.
And so we were just learning that there is an excellently curated large bush outside of the window, 3 floors down, that looks like a bunny that is running full speed. You can't make out the details yourselves, but you just know. Like, this bush just, like, emits an aura of bunniness. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think I found our way out. This way. I'm jumping out the window.
All right. Go ahead and make it an athletics check because you have to break through the window with your jump.
Ooh. That's my... I thought I was good at that. Not at all.
You're probably good at acrobatics.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I have a -1. But I got an 18 on the dice, so 17 total.
Very nice. Yeah, you run and go ahead and describe to me how your character would run through a window.
I don't know if like this even works, physically speaking. Can I throw my dagger out the window to break it, then jump out the window and catch my dagger on the way out?
Which dagger are you using?
All right, I have 2. The
You
dragon
also, have
nail.
you also have a bracer that you can put your dagger into, and then
Cause shoot it.
Can I shoot it? Okay, I'm gonna do that.
well, doesn't it also come back to him?
I think it actually creates an arcane copy of his dagger and shoots that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That sounds way better. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, well, I had the opportunity to introduce a slight complication of the windows being magic proof, but we already talked about how this noble is particularly down on his luck, and his manor is very clearly destitute, and he's basically out of money. So I'm going to say he doesn't have magic proof windows. I'm going to say that
he couldn't pay the mages.
the arcane dagger, shatters the window, and you fly through. Whoa! All heroic like, and you land rather well actually because you rolled a 17 onto the bunny bush.
Do I land on the bunny?
It's a bush, not a bunny, so you kind of like fall through the branches,
but it's bunny looking, right?
But they are
it's
bunny branches. Yeah. All right, and that makes it Biscuit's turn.
Biscuit will dutifully follow through the window.
All right, you can roll athletics or acrobatics because you just have to jump.
Aww.
The window is
Are you
already
taking
broken.
the old man with you?
Oh, right, I have to deal with the old man. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you're bringing him
have
with you.
Shouldn't I? What were we doing with the old man again?
It's up to you. You snapped the pet collar on his neck.
Uh-huh.
No,
and
take
then
him.
you immediately
Might
tried
as
to
well.
hide. But like, if you're like, you know what, this old man's cargo, he's my pet now. Like,
No, Biscuit's still against keeping pets despite Rumble and the birds.
Well, Rumble's intelligent now.
yeah, Rumble's
Yeah.
sentient now, so
Yeah,
The birds are like friends.
they're friends.
yeah.
She's gonna keep this guy as a pet. Why did she put the collar around him again? Sorry for making you repeat yourself so many times.
No worries. I think it's just because she was like out of anger and frustration that the
You were
collar had been.
angry.
Yeah.
It seemed like good payback to get him a collar instead of.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that settles it. It's even funnier just leaving him with the collar on that he can't take off. So yeah, Biscuit will just jump out the window herself.
All right. Go ahead and make your
As-
check.
Yeah, as graceful as a 10.
As graceful as a 10. Well, that's enough to not get hurt on the way down. So,
Great.
but like barely. In the most like you still do like the flips end over end, and like you do the thing where you like hit the top of the bunny bush, and then you bounce into the and then you hit the next branch, and then you hit the next branch, and then you thwomp onto the ground. You get the wind knocked out of you for like half a second, and you have to talk with the.
Yo, why?
But you should. I don't know. It worked for me.
Catch me next time.
Ah, I'll try.
You know, you also could have earring swapped and made AO jump again.
That's true. Would I have her roll at that point? Just fall with a 10?
Yipyar, fix it. It is your turn.
I'm pretty sure Fix-It has like the walking stick sap in his bag, right?
He does
Or does
have
he have
he does have a vine sap, yeah, that explodes
Yeah.
into a huge thing of vines.
Yeah, could he try to? Because he's not very athletic or dexterous. I think he would. I don't know how the bag mechanic works, but can he choose something?
He cannot
does he have to
choose. He has
actually
to roll. Yeah, so go ahead and roll a d4.
Okay.
And let's see if I still have access to.
Which is even funnier because I just picture Fix It running to the window and just going, "Oh, I hope this works," and sticking his hand in the bag.
Oh, here we go. Perfect. Okay, what did you roll?
2.
2. A 2 in that bag gives you the fire slime. So you picked up you picked out some putty that will explode for 1d4 fire damage.
He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna need that, and just like carelessly throws it into the bedroom.
Oh god.
All right, go ahead and roll for fire damage.
How much was it again?
1d4. Also, Grimsy 43. Thank you for the alert.
That's me. That's me.
Ah,
I didn't want to be peachy anymore. Yeah.
all right. Well, I like
Aw.
it.
The end
Thank
of an
you.
era.
And the birth of a new one.
Yes.
And I mean, either way, I'm still gonna thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm happy you're here. What was that?
Sorry, I tapped the mic thing. I'm using a setup I don't normally do.
It was a really cool sound. It was just
Was it?
surprising. Yeah, it kind of sounded like a whoomp, right? Like
I can't recreate it.
that's a shame.
It's okay. It's immortalized on the stream.
Yeah, clip that. All right, Yippee, what do you
It's
got?
4 fire damage.
4 fire damage. Well, his bed and his nightstand are now on fire. And now the room is well lit. So you can very clearly see the old, mostly naked man dancing around trying to get the collar off.
Now he's just gonna try to climb down the outside.
All right, first I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. And Inno's wisdom saving throw is +1.
Okay, so 14 becomes 15.
There you go. Yeah, you succeed. You're not scarred for life. And you may now attempt to jump out the
image
window.
of the old man.
Welcome, Pixel Nix, and welcome, or enjoy the lurk. Sometimes I trip over my words.
Yes, that's a 10. I'm guessing it's a negative modifier.
Oh, let's see, acrobatics is -1, athletics is also -1. So would you rather fail dexterously or fail strengthfully?
Fail strengthfully.
Fail strengthfully. All right, so we're gonna say like he does the thing where he tries to like hop over the window and hold himself on the ledge, right, to like lower himself down as much as he can before falling. But like what ends up happening is you like flip yourself over the ledge, right? And the torque is too much, and it just immediately rips through your grip strength, and you end up hurling yourself even faster towards the ground than you needed to go.
Oh
That's
shit! Wait,
exactly what I was imagining.
wait. Can I see when I see this? Can I react to it and cast something on him? Featherfall on him?
Featherfall takes a full action to cast, I believe.
Wait, it's a
Oh, it's a
reaction.
reaction.
Oh, is Featherfall really? Yeah. Then you
I
would be
kinda
able to.
picked it specifically for this. Because Fix It falls a lot.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Or, well, actually, I don't think you roll for. I think it just happens.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So, how close to the ground do you want the Featherfall to happen?
As close as possible.
Okay. I need you to roll just a flat D20 for how well you're able to time this.
If he still takes damage, it's going to be perfect.
It's a 10, so it's up to you.
So, yeah, I mean, it's the only way you would have taken damage is if you rolled a 1. Like, you're like, in your mind, you're like, this is going to be so good. I'm going to prank Fix It, and I'm going to catch him with Featherfall right before he hits the ground. But instead, it's like before he even gets to the second window, you've cast Featherfall on him. And then he actually just, like, really slowly falls to the ground.
Mary Poppins is way down.
Mary Poppins is way down.
That is very Fix It.
Has
Very
a spectral
Fix It.
umbrella.
Well, and like I bet in Fix It's mind, he'd probably be arguing with himself about whether or not like this was serendipity or just like he's just that good at falling, right?
Yeah. 100%.
He's like, wow, I should do this more often. I really hope this becomes a thing where he does fall a lot, but he just thinks that he's not in any danger when he falls because you always cast Featherfall without him noticing.
He's like, I'm like a cat.
All right, and that will go ahead and bring us to our D&D flat 20 contest for the day. We're gonna do how. Do we want to do how frequently you fall or how clumsily you fall? Or how often you trip yourself?
I think how clumsy you are.
Yeah, clumsy.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll just do a clumsiness scale. A gracefulness, so 20 is grace and 1 is clumsy. Ladies and gentlemen, rolls please! Or should I just call you all kobolds? Kobolds?
Drum roll.
I appreciate that. I think that's a 7. I used the weird dice for this.
Okay. I was like, what about the number 7 are we unsure about? Is it
No, all the numbers are like, they've got extra little bits and knobs and things to make them look fancy. It's a 7, yeah.
clumsiness? Biscuit got
7 should have 1, 15, and 17 around it.
It's really hard to tell with this. It's like a thing floating in the middle that swirls around. Yeah.
Fancy.
Are you sure it's a die?
It is. It absolutely is. And it's got a little ball inside.
Oh, I hear it jingling.
It's not mine. Oh, yeah.
I actually saw an advertisement for a set of bardic dice that I almost bought that had chimes in each of the die that like would play a note as you rolled it.
Oh, pretty. You're a bard, right?
Yeah.
Like usually.
Yeah. It's funny. Oh, you missed this part of the stream. So on Monday, someone sent me on the stream. They sent me like these D&D race and class tests, and I am 100% a bard, and I am 100% a human. I'm just a human bard. And that makes sense. I feel like as a streamer, that's basically what I am. Like I'm a real life human bard, and so it makes sense that like the D&D quiz would be like, "Hey, you're a human bard."
Share
like-
those tests later, please.
For sure. I will repost them in the Twitch chat. Oh, there is the.
Hey, what were you trying to say?
Yeah, it auto filters links unless you're unless you're important. Yeah. So I guess if you want to become a moderator for the channel, do you accept those responsibilities?
I think I understand my place now that the chat reminded me.
No, if you want to become a moderator, that's fine.
I mean,
I
I
can
just
make you a
banned
moderator.
someone, so it was pretty fun.
Yeah, he did. It was injured recruiter Ebb. Injured recruiter Ebb got banned. I didn't even get to see their message. That's how good a moderator Yipyar is.
Nice.
Only when I'm here, though.
Only when you're here.
Unfortunately, I'm not here as often as I used to, but
That's okay. Maybe one day it'll become a fun date night for you and your girl to come and watch me stream. But it's not that yet. Okay, so Biscuit got a 7. What are some of the other rules that we have?
I got a 15.
Ao has a 15. That makes sense. You have much less weight with which to be clumsy. You're like half shadow at this point. I feel like if I was half my current weight with the same strength, I would be the most graceful human that ever existed.
I mean, the balance is kind of off because there's like more weight on one side of the body than the other one, so it's.
Oh no,
Takes some
you
getting
and
used to.
your shadowy problems. Yeah, we're all gonna feel bad for you now, Ao. Zarya, what do we got?
I got a 16.
Zarya got a
Ooh.
16. Makes sense. She's a sorceress. They're naturally graceful. It's kind of built into the shtick. Yipyar, what do you got?
I got a 3.
Nice.
And
You know-
I also rolled for Fix It if.
I would love Fix-It's roll.
Sorry, you can continue what you were saying.
I feel like the 3 fits in really well with the theme of like, you remember how we discussed how you try to be really intimidating creatures, but you always end up being really cute when you transform?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is right along that same vein, right? Of like, you try to be like really intentional and intimidating with like the way that you walk around and stuff like that. But like, and it's like also, this also ties to your shop, right? Like, you try to run a really good solid shop with a good variety of supplies and goods, but it's kind of all trash.
Yeah. Also, looking back, I have 3 on OCD, so I'm just clumsy and messy.
And what did you get for
Fix-It-
Fix-It?
Yeah, he got a 15.
Oh, surprising. So it might be Yipyar that you end up having to save more often than not from his own falling.
I mean, he can do that himself.
That's true.
Yeah, I can just turn into a squirrel.
Wait, can you wild shape as a reaction?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Traits.
Take the full action. But if it takes more than 6 seconds to hit the ground, I can turn into a squirrel. So squirrels can fall from any height and survive.
You know, a little bit I'm surprised both by how updated Inno's character sheet is and how not updated Inno's character sheet is. For example, he's got a list of the photos he's taken with baby Rumble. But like his bags are like I told him forever ago that he could upgrade to D6 bags and give himself plus or minus 1 to his artifact rolls, and he still has D4 bags. And then on top of that, He has an entire page for his contest rolls, but he only has like 6 of them here. He likes soft textures. He has not read very much Kobold. Oh, I remember the episodes where we did the how much Kobold manga have you read, and then we determined what your favorite Kobold manga genre was.
Mm-hmm.
What did we just roll for? Clumsiness?
Clumsiness, yeah.
Yeah, to
15.
gracefulness.
Moderately graceful. Beautiful. Okay. All right, got that added to his character sheet. Okay, so our entire party has jumped out of a window. Jumped out of a window onto a bunny bush to escape the... I don't think bedraggled is the right word for this. Okay, like what would you describe the emotional state of a man who is just woken up in a state of mostly undress after having purchased a new pet to find a magically enchanted collar snapped around your neck?
I mean, his room is on fire now, so
And his room is on fire, yeah.
He is panicking.
Yeah, don't dig too deep, right? Occam's razor. Panicked Noble's manner.
I mean, I don't think bedraggled is wrong.
Which is now on fire. It's probably not wrong. Wow, if only we had a way to figure out. Bedraggled means dirty and disheveled. That means he didn't take a bath before he went to bed. Now I have to decide. It's funny because, like, I just had in my mind to decide whether or not the society was advanced enough to have showers. Right?
It sounds like it. I think we have showers.
You think you have showers? This manor probably doesn't have showers. Because that means they have indoor plumbing and/or... Well, I guess you can build a shower out of like a magic water producing something, right? If you had a faucet of water, create that. A faucet of create water. Yeah, that's super easy to create. Like you create like a magical item that can use a create water spell like 3 times a day, and then it just creates it in a basin and then drains through a pipe. Yeah, that's pretty cheap. Create water's not even. Hoopah! Flex. My arms are super weak right now. I haven't been to the gym this week. Man, it's been a rough couple weeks. I've been trying to because the board game streams keep failing miserably. Okay. Everyone jumped out of the window. All right, so as a party, what do you want to do now?
Where's the rest of the party?
So Yipyar is purportedly still selling wares by the side of the road back where you camped. And Zarya had a bad experience at a bakery. And so I'd imagine she either went to a new bakery, right, or went back to camp. Zarya?
I was actually gonna see if I could find some place to sell my crystals that I don't want.
Well, there are a bunch of merchants on the road by Yipyar. You could try and either barter it away.
Yeah,
Did you try selling it to Yipyar?
No, I don't want anyone in the party to have it.
Okay.
Because it makes it if anyone near me has it, it weakens my magic, which is dumb. So I want to get rid of it and leave it far away from me.
Okay, that makes sense.
When did we get this crystal?
In the tomb where the giant statue tried to kiss me.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Yeah.
No, remember she was like
Paladin.
trying to steal from the statues, and she ended up seducing it as a defense mechanism, and it worked.
No, it tried to kiss me like I was climbing it or something, so maybe it thought I was, but it was just trying to steal the crystal. And then it tried to kiss me, and I like ran away really fast.
Yeah, but not before getting that crystal,
I did get the
which
crystal. I failed to get the other one, but I got that crystal.
you did get that crystal. You got one of the 3 potential crystals in the room.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull up our
Yeah,
chat
it
so I
does
can
bad
remember
things to
exactly.
magic
Ah,
people
yeah.
around it. Yeah. So I don't want anyone near me to have it because it would be bad.
That's true. Yeah. Yep. So, you pull it out. It's a very big gemstone, very shiny, obviously glowing with magical effect. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and roll. Oh my, that was a struggle. Premium hydrate. All right, Las Vegas Cup for AO. Keeping me well hydrated today.
Stay moist.
So the first merchant that you come to, Zarya, on this like line of merchants. Oh, and I assume, the party. I assume you're just running back to the camp where the caravan is staying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think Fix It's okay with that. Yeah.
So while you're doing that, Zarya's gonna go on a little selling journey. So the first person you see, like they don't, you find a person with shiny rocks with a rough carpet laid out near Yipyar, and they're like, yeah, I could take that from you. Any chance I could interested you in this? And she holds up an emerald like the size of your face, and she says, this one is magically enchanted to show you the most beautiful person in a 10-foot radius. It seems of equivalently strong magic as whatever's happening with your ruby thing.
Those don't feel equal to me. I'm gonna pass on that.
All right, I mean, your loss.
Well, yeah.
Is there anything on my carpet that does interest you?
But what else do you have?
Uh, let's see. Well, what interests you most? I have a sapphire that whispers forgotten secrets. Ooh, I could trade you my ruby for your ruby. Feel it. It's warm. She places the
What does
ruby
your
in your
ruby do?
it radiates warmth, and she puts it in your hand, and it just feels like a very comfortable warm. The stone itself, and while holding it, you feel comfortably warm.
I still don't think that this is what I want.
I mean, what's better than feeling like cozy all the time? The best part is, and she holds up the little ruby, this is tiny, so you could put it in a bracelet or on a pendant or on a circlet. People don't even have to know that it's magically enchanted to keep you warm and cozy no matter what's happening.
I feel like I would get too comfortable and lose my edge.
Or would you be so comfortable that you're never distracted, and so you're able to fully focus on whatever's happening?
I don't want to take that risk.
I have here a ring, and the stone changes color based on the mood of the wearer.
It's a mood ring.
Ooh.
Ooh, ah.
Ah.
No, I'm good. None of these really are speaking to me.
She spits at you and shouts at you angrily and like yells at you for wasting her time. And she like encourages you to move on.
Oh, does Biscuit see this happen?
I don't think so. I don't think y'all are back yet.
Okay.
She's like, why would you even if you don't want anything, why are you even here?
I wanted you to buy my thing. I'm sorry. I'll leave. Oh.
She kicks one of her stones and stubs her own toe.
That's funny.
So at this point, we'll say that the party does get back. And so Zarya, you keep like strolling up and down the market, right? This little market area, but nothing really catches your eye. There's nothing there that you feel would be a good trade. So you decide to hold on to the stone for now.
Okay.
What is happening? Sorry. So you decide to hold on to the stone for now, and the rest of the party gets back, and they're kind of freaked out. So we can now have the Yipyar Zarya reunion with the rest of the party.
I'm just picturing the three of them like running out of breath and me going, whoa, 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 what's up? Stop, breathe.
Ooh, hey, hi, fire, castle, nobles. It's all good though.
Are you still covered in blood?
Yeah, haven't bathed yet. What have you guys been up to?
I've had bad luck in this town. Let me just say that. No one. I'm having bad luck at the stores and the bakeries and the booths.
Your PR will say, yeah, I mean, I sold one thing so far, but no one else wants any stuff here. Not a really good place to trade, apparently.
I thought it was like the best place to trade.
You know, that's what they told me. I don't know.
Maybe we should move on to find better places to sell. Maybe farther away from burning noble compounds.
Well,
I
I
am
thought we
going to
were
say
going-
real quick, Yipyar, you did actually have quite a profitable day. A quirky junk merchant saw your wares and got super excited and ended up buying a lot of your stuff to use for scrap metal. You kept telling him that it would be useful for what it was intended for, and he's like, oh, this scrap metal is going to be amazing. He's like, I can't wait.
Hey, one man's treasure.
Okay, so I still have, I guess you'd be interested in the flail, the mace, the shield, the short sword.
Sounds good. He gave you 17 gold.
For all of that.
Yep.
I feel like I would try to get him to pay a little bit more.
All right.
For all of it.
Go ahead and roll a charisma check. Persuasion.
Intimidation.
Persuasion.
Yep.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
He's going to be like, all right, normally you get a discount for buying a bundle of goods, but I see what you're laying down. All right. And he gives you 18 gold.
Okay, that'll be fine.
And these are actual gold coins. Unlike the rocks and pebbles that used to gamble with the Kenkus.
Or cryptocurrencies.
or any of the mini cryptocurrencies that you now have.
I guess I'll change my answer. I'm having a great time here. I'm selling a lot of stuff. Because
I
up until
still
this
think
point,
we should move on. Might get a
Zarya.
little rowdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Biscuit will do her little twirl and hand you a chili pepper candy. Since you've had such trouble with bakeries.
Aww. It's such a nice sentiment.
Here, you can actually have 2.
Thanks.
And her teeth do the glinty thing.
Please
She
go.
starts to look at. Yeah.
Please do a charisma check to see how well you pull off the glinting smile.
Well, that's a D12. Okay.
You're welcome to roll a d12 if you want to.
Well, can I roll it now after I've rolled my D20?
No.
No.
you can use your inspiration to increase it.
You do have an inspiration die.
I have an Oh yeah, this is very much worth. I mean,
Or the glint.
for the glint. I mean, I could. Sorry, you said just charisma.
Yep.
Oh, actually, that's a 15. Cool.
Oh, very nice. It is a dazzling smile. And you actually attract the notice of a few different merchants, and a couple of passersby start applauding lightly for you.
Yeah, she does a nice little flourish and a bow.
All right, so the 5 of you are together again. Ao's covered in blood. Fixit's got, like, his neck. You can tell that there was a collar there. Do you all stay there on the street, or do you run back to the caravan?
To the caravan,
I
right?
vote
We're not-
caravan.
All right. So you run back.
Ao needs to wash up.
The guards quickly, like, as soon as they spot the blood, they quickly usher you into the camp and, like, kind of, like, try to cover you up, right? And look very nervous. And you can tell that they look nervous. And when you get back to old Nana Sarah, Ao, she, like, looks at you and she's like, "What happened? Explain
Okay.
now."
I never thought I'd ask for this, but can we do shine time, please?
You asked old
I
Nana
was-
Sarah if you could do shine time?
The whole party. I think we're all there. Nana Sarah knows about shine time.
I was gonna suggest shine time before he went into the camp.
Yeah,
we're
so
already
is
here.
Biscuit.
We're already here.
All right. Well, you can do shine time. Go ahead. Is there like a sequence? It like I imagine in my head like a Sailor Moon transformation sequence happens every time that you do shine time.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely like that, and not like me just blowing bubbles on everyone.
Yeah, I was picturing Biscuit holding her hand out to Yibira's mouth for a nice little bit of spores.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh,
It
I like
goes
the
with the rest
yeah.
of it. I think it looks like a epic transformation sequence, but in reality, it's just me.
Spitting spores at everyone.
Yeah.
Well, old Nana Sarah like helps Ao specifically with the shine time, and she's like, "Okay, this is not good. Tell me everything that happened."
yeah. So things got a little weird. We went out for errands.
Yeah.
Fixit got possibly seduced into a cult. I don't really understand what happened yet, but we had to go save him. And things got a little out of hand. I had to stab someone. Someone may have been.
But you stabbed
immolated.
someone, and it was a very culty setting, right? Like you were in a dark underground chamber with like lots of candles and skulls, and they were wearing hooded robes, and they were threatening you, right? Like that's what you mean?
I mean, it was dark. Yeah. Third floor, so debatable on whether or not that's creepy. And he was a butler, but he was like a very threatening kind of stealthy butler.
So he was a threatening, stealthy butler that had like a sword out and was like attacking you.
Well, no, I wouldn't give him time to do that. That would just be dumb.
Did you at least put a sword in his hand after you killed him?
No, but
Oh,
Fix-It did burn the whole place down, so I don't think that would be a problem.
that's not better.
Take that up with Fix-It. I was already out of there.
She's like marching back and forth inside of your wagon. And she's like muttering to herself. She's like, okay. We can fix this. Their caravan still needs to sell supplies for the next few days. So you guys just have to go underground and hide until we're ready to leave. In fact, you need to go underground and you need to get out of the city and meet us at the next stop.
Why can't we just all go right now? Why do you have to stay?
We have to make money for the journey. You asked me to sponsor you all the way to Metropolis. I forget what we called the city. Stellantis.
Right now?
Stellantis. Stellaris?
I like Metropolis now.
I mean, we're in Middleton right now.
You are in Middleton right now.
And
Like,
I think it was Stellantis because I brought up the car company,
yeah, that sounds right.
and then we
And
started talking about Ford Lightnings.
Yeah. So the caravan can't, like, they would just basically lose a ton of money if they don't stay here and do what they're supposed to do. So she tells you that she thinks she can fix this for you, but she needs you. She's holding you by the shoulders, and her head is right next to yours, Ao, and she says, I need you to promise me that you will not show your face again in this town until we come back. Please.
You talked about going underground. I can just dig a hole.
Yeah.
Not now, Yipyar!
I hear you, and you make a lot of sense.
Promise me. She slaps you in the face. Promise me.
Can
How
you
much
do that
damage?
again?
What?
Hmm?
What?
I promise, okay? I promise. We'll figure out. We'll just move on, go somewhere else. Stealthily.
No. I have a map. I have a plan. All you have to do is not show up again, because they're going to be looking for you, and kobolds aren't exactly inconspicuous. So,
yeah, but here's the thing: you're gonna give us a plan, and then we're not gonna be able to follow the plan, and then you're gonna get mad at me because we didn't follow the plan. So I think it's better if we just don't have a plan.
No. It's better to have a plan. I'm not mad. I'm just stressed.
Disappointed.
I'm stressed, and I'm trying to help you get through this without being caught by the city guards. Now, we have to maintain family appearances, and you were probably
Correct.
spotted coming in this camp. So this is what's going to happen. She said, we are going to very loudly and very rudely throw all of the kobolds out of the camp. I'm going to have a guard meet you, and he's going to put all of you into a bag, and he's going to carry you to a non-disclosed location discreetly and drop you off in the sewers. From there,
in a
you're
bag.
gonna,
Why
in a
can't
bag.
you just like walk us out?
because they would see you. We're going to kick you out of the caravan, right? So that everybody sees you leave. This is to create an alibi for the family. Okay? Then you're going to go somewhere to meet this guard, and he's going to put you in a bag so that if anybody has been following you, they lose your trail at that point. He is then going to take you to a place that no one else knows where it is and drop you off. And I'm going to give you this map so that you can find your way to meet us in 6 days at the next town. Okay?
All right. I can see many ways of this going wrong, but
There's no way
I'll try
that's going
my
to go
best.
wrong. Just follow the plan. She's like, fix it.
Okay.
You're smart. You can read, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I can read.
Good. I just need you to follow the plan. Everybody okay with this? Everybody can follow the plan. She's like, I need a verbal yes. Zarya?
Yes.
Biscuit?
Plan.
Plan. Yes?
Plan.
Yes.
You've done this before, haven't you?
let's say I've been around the block a couple of times. All right? I wasn't always the refined, elegant, noble woman you see before you.
Okay. I didn't think you were interesting, but I'm starting to. Yes,
wasn't-
I'll follow the plan.
You're right. An uninteresting old woman married a kobold for the first time in human-kobold relations.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought you were blind.
That too, dear. That too. It comes with age.
I just thought she was into certain things. That was fix it.
Shadows.
Also comes with age.
She hands you the paper with the map and the plan, and you like try to take a look at it, but she's like, no, later. Put it in your, and she puts it into your belt.
Okay.
One of your
Are you
counter
gonna be
belts.
okay for 6 days?
Honey, I have lived for 95 years before you came along. I think I'm going to be fine. Got along by myself just fine. Okay, so she, and I'm going to roll for this, and I need... Oh, no. Okay, well, all of you need to make a performance check. Or you need to nominate a champion to make the party's performance check.
I'm nominating. That's my vote. Sorry.
I mean, if I'm nominated, I'm nominating Biscuit.
You nominate Biscuit because I have
Yeah,
a good
me-
performer?
Me too.
Okay.
He's very good at performing.
All right.
All right, so
Okay, not bad.
what did the party get?
A 20.
A nat 20?
No, just a 20.
Okay, all right. Let me type up a couple notes real quick. Old
That was the right
Nana
call.
Sarah
Yeah, it definitely
comes
was.
up with a plan to help the kobolds evade the authorities. Okay, so this is the sequence of what happens. Old Nana Sarah, as is, her character, starts like screaming and making a fuss, and everybody in the caravan hears it, right? And she's like mad at y'all, and she's saying like slightly rude things. She's like, and your ears are too pointy, and sometimes one scale is slightly rougher than the other scale, and it throws me off. I can't. And she like keeps getting off on like weird tangents like this. But she does like kind of like not very discreetly usher you out of the camp. And then like when you're street side, she looks out at like the milling masses and public and says, "And you're never welcome in my camp ever again." But then she leans down and kisses you, Ao, and says, "Good luck. Follow the plan." And then she scuttles back into the caravan.
She's great.
She did not do very well on her performance check. But y'all look fully chagrined. Like, you look like you're miserable kobolds down on your luck in a, you're 1 penny kobolds in a 2-coin town. And that sounds appropriately dramatic. But you
Can
walk...
I roll for a... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask if I can roll for a single tier to slowly roll down my
Oh,
snow.
absolutely.
Natural 11. I don't know what I would add to it.
I mean, based on the high performance roll, I'm going to say that happens, right?
Okay. Yeah.
A single tier of sadness. And it's recognizable as a tier of sadness. I think that's really important.
Mm-hmm.
And so you glumly, as a party, trudge your way to the indicated location that old Nana Sarah had told you to go to. And there, Garrett, the guard, is waiting for you. And Garrett holds open a nondescript burlap sack for each of you to clamber into and says, "All right, guys, hurry, like, before people see us."
Wait, I thought only Ao had to go in the stack.
No, it's all
Nope,
of you.
we all do.
The same one.
The same sack, yep.
I get to be on
Yipyar,
top.
yeah, you can be on top. Yipyar can be. Can I just turn into a bird and like surveil from above?
You can turn into a bird and get in the sack.
Can I turn into a cockroach in the sack?
You can turn into a cockroach and get in the sack, yes.
That
Old Nana
sounds a lot
Sarah
less squishy.
gave me very specific instructions, and she is not a woman that I want to cross. So please don't make me lose my job. I have to report back to every single one of you got in the sack. So please, just get in the bag. I don't care how you do it.
I get in the bag.
Yeah,
Begrudgingly.
Yipyar will get in the bag as well.
As a-
Fix It will also get in the bag, but as he's getting in the bag, he's going to ask the East Wind if it's a trap.
Fix it, you're so smart.
Is getting in the bag a trap? Hello, Fix It. It's been so long.
Yes, it is. It's been a while. Hey,
Now,
Yes,
are you calling me because tomorrow's my birthday?
yes. That is exactly why I called. But also,
I'm so sorry that I didn't send you an invitation. I honestly thought that you wouldn't RSVP.
well, you're probably right about that. I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, but like if you want to, you could still make it to the party, man.
I don't know how.
Dude,
Right
we're
now
gonna
getting
have
into a bag.
we're gonna have cumulonimbus clouds, bro.
Are you high right now?
No. I mean, I'm always high. I'm the east wind. I'm above everything.
Very nice. So, I'm climbing into
Yeah,
this
but just
burlap
say
sack
the
right
word,
now.
man, and I will get you here right now.
We got some places.
Yeah, you could just come straight here. Help me set up the party, set up the venue, man. It's gonna be amazing.
So above.
Did I
table, are
mention
you
that there
setting
were
up
gonna be?
for-
I sound like a what?
above table? I was gonna ask if you're trying to set up for karaoke.
That would be amazing. Oh, a karaoke birthday party. I hadn't even made that connection, but that would be amazing.
Anyway, Fix It is gonna try to like get the question in there somehow. Like, hey, I need your help right now, but also like, happy. We'll talk tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I'm mostly just useful for my knowledge of everything, so I get it.
Yeah, it's a great gift to everyone. That
Yeah.
you
I just
have so much
wanted,
knowledge.
gifts on my birthday. I thought that would be, but it's fine. It's fine.
It's not your
We're-
birthday yet. It would be.
We're in a
premature,
magical contract. I get it. Like, do your thing, man.
Yeah. So anyway, we're about to get into this burlap sack. I want to know if it's a trap or not.
No. Just follow the plan, and you'll be fine. Or
Cool.
if you want, I mean, if you're serious about like being my friend, like, I could make you a new plan that involves coming to my birthday party.
Yeah, but I don't want to upset, my brother's wife. So,
You don't have a brother.
well, Ao, he's my brother.
That's not your brother.
Yo.
Rude. Russian.
He's not even from the same pod as you. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, that body was born in the same pod as you. I get that. Okay. All right, yeah. Forget I said anything.
Hey, who are you talking to? Get in the sack.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you later, man.
I will. Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. What's he get? What does he have for intelligence or wisdom?
Who? Fix it?
Yeah.
His intelligence is actually really high. 14, so +2, and wisdom is 13.
Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, he's gonna get in the bag, I guess.
Okay. With Ao,
Yeah.
the betrayer.
I can't remember. Do we all hear this?
I have a feeling that Fixit's the kind of person who puts his phone on speaker.
Yeah. I feel like he doesn't know how not to have it on speaker.
That's just guys. That's the button that lets me hear them. All right, like
Yeah.
get off my back.
That's great.
Yeah, as he's climbing in the bag, this conversation's happening.
I'm confused. I thought you two were from the same pod. That's why you were so close, right?
Yeah, we are.
Ooh.
Ao, I
Maybe
need
the
you to
east wind
roll
was high.
a deception check.
That's a 7.
Everybody else in the party, please make a contested insight check. If you get higher than a 7, then you know that he's lying.
Can I use my inspiration for this?
Yeah.
Uh, 10.
All right. Now the
19.
new total is 10. Ooh, that's much higher than 10.
I got a 9.
Oh, okay. So you believe him
Mm-hmm.
because of the inspiration.
Thank God.
Yipyar?
Ayo.
Yipyar is 17, and then Fix It got a 19 plus whatever his insight is.
Oh, wow. So
I'm
Zarya's the
who
only one
trusts Ao.
who trusts Ao.
I trust Ao. I just don't believe him.
It's different. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But we can tell that he's lying.
You can tell that he is lying and that he is not from the same pod as Fixit. And you're clambering into a bag with him.
Yep.
Okay, Garrett, we're good to go. Do the thing.
Garrett cinches up the sack, throws you over his shoulder, and just starts walking. You hear occasionally like a weird grunting noise as he like repositions the bag over his shoulder.
So, which pod are you actually from?
What do you mean?
Well, you're not from Kane's pod.
I mean, I am technically. It's kind of complicated. I don't know if this is the right time to get into that.
Well, I mean, we're
Didn't-
inside a bag.
Ugh.
Me speaking Russian.
What about all that drama about the ears?
What about it?
That was from your pod, from Fixit's pod. But hey, where are you from?
Oh, I think it might be time to finally make
Okay.
up your backstory. If you haven't yet.
I guess it is. Okay, guys. So it's a little weird. It's a little complicated. I am from the same pot originally, but I have very few memories about it. It's all kind of a blur before we all were together in Temas. plane. You remember all that in the shadow plane when we were talking to the big dragon? Some of you guys were touching stuff. Some of you guys were getting gifts. Some of you touched the wrong stuff. And possibly may have perished temporarily for the moment. And I kind of jumped in, took the opportunity, saw a way out. Everything was too dark and cold before that. And then I kind of just hang out with you guys for the rest of my time here. And it's been good. It's been okay. And that's pretty much it.
Wait, what?
Mhm.
I'm in Russian. I can't say anything.
I can translate for you. Что? Что это? Я
I still
по-русски.
don't
Я
get it.
не...
Oh, the East Wind's back and speaking Russian.
Little cockroach
That's okay.
Russian squeaks.
So Ao died, and you impersonated him.
Well, his memories kept coming back. So, and it was kind of, I mean, you guys didn't have the best outlook on him, I think. So no one really cared what he did or said. So yeah, I just ran with it.
He was my friend this whole time.
He still is. I still am.
I still is.
Exactly.
Biscuit's just gonna go quiet and start popping chili pepper candy after chili pepper candy.
There's like an endless supply of those.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
I
Quite
haven't been
literally.
told there isn't.
um,
I'm still a cockroach who can only listen and speak Russian. So
I do not know how to say cockroach in Russian, or else I would have translated that for you. So, Ao, I do have a few details that I want to ask you since you're opening up. So your soul, right? Because meta wise, Ao wanted to re-roll his character, and change his subclass, right? So not a huge
This was a
dramatic
long
change.
time ago.
It was a long time ago, and he asked for a way to do it, and I was like, okay, well, you're gonna have to pretend like. He wanted to keep his character, so I was like, that's fine. So we came up with this idea of, do you guys remember Alara? That soul who's,
Yeah.
right? Who you kind of mind bonded with and then helped her inhabit the body of that gravekeeper so she could go and rescue her children.
Yeah, she kind of helped
Yeah.
us more than we helped her, but yeah.
But so basically a very similar thing happened where Ao did die, and then a different soul claimed his body. And it let him change his subclass. And then I told him he would have to, like, poorly pretend to be the character, and then he just never did. So now we're ousting him and making him come up with a backstory. So yeah, Ao, tell us about where this soul is from. How did they end up trapped as a soul in the shadow plane? Were they born there? Were they even a kobold before, they transitioned? Or, give us the deets, man. We want the deets. You're all stuck in a bag for a little bit and you've got nothing else to do.
Okay, so I have to go through my notes to remember most of this right now. I know it's not the best presentation, but the original idea is it was someone from the shadow plane that was born there. So what are the races? The Shadar Kai?
I mean, there's
Okay.
also human slave populations. There's not a huge kobold population, but you can also be... there's pretty much any sentient race has a population in the shadow plane. Just some of them endure it more comfortably than others.
Are kobolds able to survive in there?
I mean, Biscuit is literally a Temic kobold.
Oh yeah, but she didn't. She wasn't there for a reason. I expect.
There,
Did
yeah.
I come from?
No, I think
Did I
most
come
of
from
you
the Shadow Plane?
are from this plane because Tema is from this plane too, right? She's from this planet,
Right.
and this is where you can do the most good for her is here. Typically, she did need you to go and do like that one quest to like free her so that she could start to break her chains. But no, all of her kobold pods are from here. But she does have some elite kobold servants that serve strictly in the Shadow Plane.
Okay, well, I was gonna go with the elves of the Shadow Plane race, but if there is a kobold version of that, I would prefer that. Basically, served Tema poorly in the Shadow Realm. Was punished by being trapped into one of the items that was in her court. And it was just basically like eternal darkness in there for 100 years. Maybe not 100 years, but very long, whatever time passes in there. And then he was freed when original AO touched the thing to try to steal it, and it jumped into the body, and it just wanted to be free of Tema. It's not like it has a grudge itself against Tema, or like I'm not a good follower or whatever. But I just didn't want to be trapped in there, so I wanted to get out and away from her. That was the original motivation.
Is Tema still your liege space, your liege bond?
It's the only one I have right now.
Yeah, I wonder if Tema recognized that you escaped, or if you've been hiding from her. I'll have to think about that. If she still thinks that you're AO.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
so is
Did you all
AO
switch
dead
places?
dead, or is he now trapped in the item?
AO is dead.
Well, it's been more than 10 days, so I can't reincarnate.
It has been a few more than 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that was like when I started playing.
That was
Yeah.
like the day after you joined.
So
And
you have
it came like off the character. It mostly came because the original party that started this campaign changed a lot during all that, and the party composition changed a lot too. So I was like, okay, the original character that I had planned out for this doesn't work anymore. So I kind of wanted to switch things up a little bit.
Rip AO. That is exactly correct. Rip in peace forever, my friend. Rip in peace 5 ever. Yeah, so you all have a beautiful little bonding session in this bag, getting to know the
Russian
real
cockroach.
AO, with the company of a Russian cockroach. Do you like when he like bears his soul? Do you like go up and like nuzzle your little cockroach face on his cheek, or
I don't know what's happening. I can't speak. I can only speak Russian.
you can speak, but you can still understand common?
Oh, I can.
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
changes things. Okay,
It's
I
just
thought I couldn't.
you're magically enchanted so that anything you say comes out in perfectly fluent Russian.
Yeah, then I will go and nuzzle him. That
Aww.
sounds.
It's
Cockroach nuzzling
uncomfortable
sounds
because it's a cockroach, but I'll.
The little
I'll stick to
antennae are like twitching on your face.
Yeah. I'm shivering a little bit.
So what's your actual name?
That's a good question. Never thought of that.
It reminds me of that scene in Mulan where they're like, "What's your name?" And she's like, "I have a name, and it's a boy's name too."
Yeah, and it's a kobold name too. But we can just stick with AO. I've kind of gotten used to it.
It'd be really funny if it was someone I knew, so you actually been trapped in there for the same amount of time I was in the book.
If you guys want to workshop that offline, you are more than welcome to. You
It
could have been
sounds fun.
compatriots 3,000 years ago. Although You have to be a little bit careful about the timelines because Yipyar got trapped before the age of, like immediately before the Dragon Wars
Yeah,
broke out.
that's what I thought. Like it was. Yipyar is old.
Yeah,
Yipyar
that's
is
true.
old, yeah. Pixel Nick says, "Welcome. I can't believe it's not AO."
That's
That's
funny.
really good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. So, you get to the destination and you feel yourselves he makes a really loud grunt as he sets you not quite as gently as he could have on the ground and opens the sack, and you see like he is sweating profusely. He said, "Okay, we're here. Please, that's the sewer grate that you're supposed to get into." And he indicates a sewer grate that's like right next to him. You are in a dark alley between 3 different buildings. It's pretty dark outside. There's not a lot of light. You don't see anyone around. And he is like bent over, hands on knees, panting. Aw. Thank you for the gifted sub, Ao. Welcome back to being a subscriber, well, I guess this is your first time as a subscriber as Grimsy. Speaking of identity changes.
Yay. Thank you.
Aw.
You're welcome. I'm gonna be honest. I was trying to target Pixel Nix, but I didn't know how to work the thing, so I just like randomly gave it to someone.
Oh, so it's not special. Okay. I see.
Yeah, it is. It's even more
No,
special
it's very
now. It was
special.
faded.
It wanted you.
Fate chose Grimsy43 over Pixel Nix. All right, so there in front of you is the sewer grate.
I don't know if this would help, but I could do cure, like healing word or cure wounds to him to help him with his fatigue, I guess.
For Gary.
Yeah.
For Garrett the guard. I don't know. I don't know if that would. Do you have any good berries?
Yeah.
A good
I got
berry would
that
probably
too.
do more.
Yeah. I was just trying to think of like what spell do I have that would help with that. Yeah, I'll give him.
Thank
guess I
you
got
for
Lesser
passing it on.
Restoration him.
Pixel Nix just gifted a sub to. I'm sorry, Grimsy43 just gifted a sub to Pixel Nix. We have a beautiful little chain of a hype train of gifted subs going on. Look at this beautiful community building. Pixel Nix, now you can use the dancing biscuit animated emote and all the other wonderful animated emotes that have been given to the channel. I love them all.
Do you think Lesser Restoration would do it?
Lesser Restoration? I mean, I honestly probably all of them would do it. Restoration, D&D 5e. Like, he's just, like, winded, right? Like, all right, Lesser Restoration says it cures a disease or a condition. I guess we can count winded as a condition and say that Lesser Restoration fixes that for you.
There you go.
I'll do it.
Aw.
It's a second level spell, but I'll do it.
Oh, that's amazing. You know what that reminds me of? There's an anime called The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. And the way it works is like there's this cadre of healers, and the like head of the squad has basically figured out like you get stronger by like damaging your body. And therefore, if you constantly heal yourself as you're doing extreme physical exercise, you can become basically superhuman in everything that you do. And so she just like forces all of her healers to like work out way too often and just heal themselves through it. And so they all become like super fast and super strong. But it's really funny because she makes them like run miles carrying boulders and stuff. She's like, I don't care if your bones break, you can just heal yourself. Like,
You're not wrong.
So yeah, the wrong way to use healing magic. I'm sure that there's a kobold variation, right? Isn't that one of the rules of the internet? If that is that if something exists, there's a kobold version of it.
Yes.
It's rule 33. All right. All right. So, are you getting into the sewer grate? Teenage Mutant Ninja Kobolds. Rule 34K.
I'm still a cockroach.
You are still a cockroach. And probably,
Because I have
presumably,
an idea, but I can't do it because I'm a cockroach.
still on AO's shoulder.
Yeah, probably.
Squeak, squeakity, squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeak.
Squeak squeakins.
Squeaking in Russian.
But yeah, we're following the plan, right?
Follow the plan. You open up the scroll that was tucked into your belt, and it says, Step 1, get into the bag. Step 2, get into
Hold up.
the grate.
I check it off.
Oh.
Don't strike that.
All right, there's a little checkbox.
Okay, of course there is.
Yeah,
I checked the box.
old Nana Sarah knows you and knows how much you love your checklists.
Aw.
You owe me a new acorn. Oh, I love that movie so much. Yeah, step 2, get in the sewer grate.
Check.
All right.
Is there a lot of water or liquid?
Let's do a roll. We're going to do 2 rolls here. The first roll is going to be how filled it is. So it's 11. So this particular pipe line, which is rather small, right? It's barely large enough for you as kobolds to stand up straight in. So it's just about a 3-foot pipe. Tusko's the best Disney princess.
100%.
Oh, that's amazing. Cusco. Don't strike me. Please don't DMCA strike me. I think I'm allowed to sing. I think that's why people can do karaoke streams. All right. So it's a little over half full. So you can get into the pipe and the water is just above your chest. Now this next roll is how filthy this water is. Because this either could be a clean pipe bringing good water into homes, or this could be a dirty pipe bringing water out of homes. So, we're going to go ahead and make this roll. And it's a nat 20. Look at that. This is pristine. You can drink this water while you're walking through it, is how clean this water is.
Better than Shine Time.
This,
Yeah, don't push it.
Wow, look at that. All right, so it is the cleanest, purest water that you have ever seen. Magically enchanted to stay pure until it reaches the homes. This is like a premium clean water pipeline that's magically enchanted to stay clean no matter what happens. People have to pay extra for this.
I'm going to turn into an octopus while we go through it.
Premium hydrate just for you.
I'm a cockroach on AO's shoulder.
Cockroach on AO's
So
shoulder.
you know the hour until it wears off.
So are you an octopus, like, are you just by yourself or are you clinging to one of the other party members?
I think I just switch back and forth.
All right.
I kind of picture him doing the Donkey Kong Country thing, just like the spiral.
You know, it's interesting, right? So, like, the magically enchanted water is magically enchanted to stay clean, meaning it probably kills, like, all bacteria that are harmful. As a nat 20, though, I feel like if I was paying for nat 20 magically purified water, it should also purify any like just anything that isn't water, right? It's just pure. Like you could use this in like medical devices. Is how clean it arrives because the pipe itself does the cleaning. Because if you were like in the 15 clean water, right, then like the harmful stuff would be taken out, but you would still get some of that cobalt foot taste. But this water is so clean that even the presence of dirtied blood, in fact, like you guys are cleaner and healthier just for having existed inside of this water. Yeah.
My spores are vanilla right now.
Ooh.
But would the spores get taken off of?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Like, if you spit spores into the water, if they were on top of the water, because it would just like the part that was touching the water would slowly dissolve. So there's a chance that if you spit enough spores, some of them would reach someone's house.
Reedbear's not thinking about that, so he's not doing it. But that is interesting.
You are all born again in the purity of this water. You are shinier and cleaner than you have ever been in your entire kobold lives.
It's crazy.
Okay, this is where we're going to end the session because I did not plan past this point. This is where my plan got us to. This is what I
You
had
didn't
planned.
expect us to follow the plan, did you?
I like a little bit. I expected more resistance to the plan, and I had planned a couple of hooks to get you back into the plan that we didn't get through. We didn't need
You
them.
made Nanocero very convincing.
It's my human bardliness. I just can't turn it off, you know?
I can't wait to figure out how much of the manor I burned down on accident.
You mean fix it. Fix it, burn down.
Yeah, fix
Yes.
it, print it.
Awesome. Well, friends, it was such a delight to play with you again today, and I look forward to... so, Biscuit, you said you're going to be consistently late, which is totally fine. We get it. Daylight savings just happened again. So, Ao, what time is it for you right now?
What time would you be comfortable with?
No, like
Starting now.
what time is it for you right now?
Oh, right now, 10:18 p.m.
10:18. So, oh yeah,
Yeah,
so that was a question for Biscuit. Like, would you want us to push back the start time? Because we did bring the time backwards during daylight savings because Ao was then like too far ahead of us and we were ending too late. But he might be willing to start a little bit later now that especially like since it's not going to be for forever.
How does 30 minutes sound, Ao?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah?
Can start
Okay,
30 minutes later.
That would be great.
I think we can do that. Is everyone okay with that? Zarya, Yippee, are you both good with that?
Yeah, should be good.
30 minutes later? Okay, so...
Yep.
All right. Now I have to lock this into my own stupid Brian brain. It's going to be
Oh.
8 o'clock Central, right? That we start?
Wait, really?
Yes, because it's 7 p.m. Mountain Time.
Yep.
It's
and then
9 o'clock here.
and
What?
Dominican time.
I'm so confused. For a start time?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're all in different time zones. You're
We
in
are all in
Yeah.
different time zones.
I am.
Yeah.
I just didn't think Central was that far off. Because it's 5:30
No,
for
because
me.
I'm in between you and Brian.
Wait, it's
Okay.
5:30 p.m. for you right now?
No. Sorry. Now it's 7:20. I thought you meant the start time.
Yeah. Start time for me is going to be 8 p.m.
6. Okay, yeah. That tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys don't mind, and if Fix It doesn't mind.
I don't think Fix It will mind.
He'll follow
Okay.
suit.
All right,
Yeah.
I appreciate that very much.
If he does, I will berate him. But kindly and with love. Awesome. All right. So next week we will start at 8 p.m. And honestly, probably because I'm going to forget, I'll probably still hop in Discord and just chill. I've got a couple of things that I've been streaming kind of on and off. So I'll probably just stream like Clair Obscur or something like that for like leading up to the D&D stream and then switch over to D&D mode at 8 p.m. when we officially start. And we've kind of been starting with chat sessions anyways and catch-up sessions, and I really like that. I feel like it creates a really good atmosphere and gets us like chummier in the right mood and stuff like that. So, awesome. All of you are wonderful.
I want to nominate Ao for inspiration for
Oh.
using his inspiration to try to deceive us.
All right, Aya, who do you
Thank
want to
you.
nominate?
There was this badass line by Zarya earlier. I write it down or something. Oh, it was like, I don't want to be too comfortable because I might lose my edge. I really like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a great line.
Thank you.
All right, Zarya, who would you like to nominate for inspiration?
I will nominate Biscuit for being really nice and giving me candy when I didn't have when I had bad luck shopping.
And Biscuit?
I want to nominate Yip Yar for being so good at selling all this stuff and also for being a good fix-it.
He was a pretty good fix-it.
You were a great fix-it.
I do DM sometimes, so I have to turn on and off different personalities. So I'm working on it. Thanks, though.
I want to hear your Biscuit next time.
Are you guys
I don't
going to
know.
character
We do
swap
it
for a
now.
session? Are we going to do like a Freaky Friday thing?
That would be
Pix-
so fun.
That would be fun.
Pixel Nix has nominated Ao for deceiving everyone.
Oh.
Yeah. So Ao, your next inspiration die, instead of being a D6, is going to be a D8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm murdering someone with that. Thank you.
I had a friend. He told me about a show that's like in New York, not on Broadway, but like in the area, where it's basically a DM and 3 players, and they have like an app. So like people in the audience can download the app and then like vote on what the characters have to do, and then the people on stage have to role play that happening. And then there's like a chaos die that happens. And so the night that my friend went, they all 3, like 75% of the way through the show, had to swap characters and start role playing as like the new character, which I thought was kind of cool. We don't have an app, but would you guys be interested in some sort of Twitch integration where we poll the audience to see what happens?
Yeah.
Yes.
That could be a ton of fun.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll look into it and see if there's any tools out there that exist. If not, maybe I'll custom code something. But I'm a little behind on my personal coding projects, anyways. But maybe I'll be inspired. With that, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I nominate Brian for inspiration.
For somehow
really the heart-wrenching east wind. Just a friend.
Oh, that's a good idea. Channel point redemption for Chaos Die.
Channel point redemption for Chaos Die. That could be a lot of fun. I'll have to come up with a table and stuff. Let me write this down. Where's my D&D notes?
You guys and your tables.
Make an Excel spreadsheet. Is that what you just said? Is that what I heard you say?
Ugh.
We've come full circle.
Excel spreadsheets are amazing.
For Biscuit, who wasn't here, we started the stream by talking about people that like Excel spreadsheets and people that don't.
I would like it if I knew how to use them.
I have an Excel spreadsheet to keep track of baby names we like and like our ranking of them. I have Excel spreadsheets for everything.
Oh yeah, the stream doesn't know.
Oh yeah. Stream, I'm pregnant. Woo!
Yay.
Congratulations again, Zarya.
Thank you.
Yep. Double grats.
I only threw up once this week, so you know, life is good.
Yeah,
Good,
Excel
that's
is
cool.
extremely powerful. I've seen memes of like the Atlas holding up the world where like Atlas is Excel and the world is literally all financial institutions.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Pixel Nix wrote, "Whoa, congrats" in all caps for you.
Congrats,
Aw.
Zarya.
Oh, and a 100-bit cheer from the Night 257 says, "Congrats 100 Zarya." Or congrats Zarya. I'm not sure.
hundreds are nice.
The hundreds are, yeah. For sure.
Yep, that's what I meant to do.
So they say that like pregnant horses are faster than regular horses because they have 2 horsepower. So like,
That's funny.
are you more powerful than the average human right now?
I'll tell you, I have 2 brains in my body, and I have a constant brain fog. Don't know how to use the 2 brains in my body.
They're probably constantly at odds with one another.
Instead of like having like ultra powers, I feel like I have a parasite in me who's draining me of all my energy and water and fluids and
To be fair,
No.
that's pretty much what it is.
vitamins.
Seems accurate.
It is a little parasite, but she will be really cute, you know,
little-
in October when yeah.
All right.
Well, this has been great. Thanks, everyone.
It has.
Yeah.
Everyone, thank you
Thanks
so
for
much for
running.
stopping by the stream. Thank you for playing D&D with me. I hope you all have a wonderful night.
Good night.
Good night.